But going back to me being Scottish, and I'll just learn the bagpipes for our sea shanty intro. We needed somebody with a mandolin, an accordion, a guitar, and a fiddle, I guess. Not a violin, a fiddle. What's the difference between a violin and a fiddle?
I think
the amount of do to it.
Oh, I think if you're classy and you play Beethoven, it's a violin. If you fuck your cousins on every Friday night after the football
If you're Charlie Daniels, you play a fiddle.
Yeah.
Charlie Daniels don't play anything anymore. He's dead.
You're dead.
Rest in peace, Charlie Daniels.
Rest in pieces.
Emotionally, I'm dead.
So if anybody can arrange that, I don't feel like paying, so it's going to be free. But, yeah.
Who's paying for what?
Oh, talking about getting a sea shanty intro.
Oh.
So if anybody knows anybody that can like play any of those listed instruments, we only need 30 seconds? That's all I ever need, 30 seconds. Right? Eric?
No, you don't last 30 seconds.
I mean, 30 seconds is
know?
like what a TV... I think 30 seconds is what like a TV show intro would be.
Fine, like 15
like
seconds.
back in the day.
Yeah, all right.
15 seconds.
Right up my alley.
Eric's like, sign me up. 15 seconds? I got it.
Yep.
I got it. All right. So, Brian, happenings...
Eric can finish. Eric can get something done twice then.
Brian, just to make your point, you don't have to talk louder, okay? I can hear you just fine. All right. Happenings during the week, Brian. Anything fun?
Oh, nothing. It was a bad week for Brian.
Aw, sweetie, why? What happened? Tell Daddy.
Oh, work got a little weird here. Like, I told you guys how the company I work for got bought out by bigger people.
The big bad Wall Street hedge fund managers. Ooh, they're bad. Yeah, those people.
Well, no, they got deeper pockets, which means that we're less likely to like lose our jobs. Then I guess.
Yeah, because that's a bad thing, right? Getting investors with deep pockets.
Week.
God, fuck them.
No, they refinanced the company's debt here because remember what my company does. We mostly deal with like in-store signage, and what happened this last year, a lot of people weren't going in stores.
I went to plenty stores. I went to Target.
They were not. They were like for a while there, limiting their shipments coming in as essential shipments. So like groceries and clothes and stuff like that. Advertising and signage, not really that important at the moment.
I went to Target.
So,
I went to Cub. I went to the Fleet Farm.
Well, again, Target and all them stayed open, but we lost like a lot of like a majority of my company's like businesses came from like retail.
I went to GameStop to pick up a new copy of
So
Wii
like these
Sports.
places like, I'll just give a couple of examples like the TJX companies like Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. They weren't bringing anything in for a long time, and they were big customers of ours. GameStop wasn't bringing anything in for a long time. They were a big
I went to GameStop.
Yeah, recently you did, but back like a year ago when all these shutdowns happened, they would no.
No, I went. It was probably April last year, and I got. My mom gave me the Wii.
We hadn't really shut down yet, though. We didn't really shut down until middle of April.
I tried to avoid this topic, but most of the shutdowns happen mid to late March. That's basically
late March, early April.
The NBA shutting down was basically what rolled everything else.
That was in March, but like as a state, we didn't really shut down until like early April.
My life. All right. Going back from that
and all that stuff, but what this company did here, I'll use this in terms of baseball terms here because it's easier for me. You two are familiar with in baseball the arbitration process.
Yep.
What is the arbitration process is for those listening out there who aren't familiar? It's basically when a player goes to arbitration.
Hi, James here during edit once again. I'd like to apologize because at this point on, this is when we officially lose Brian. Brian is gone. There's still almost 3 hours of this left to go. So God bless you. Enjoy the ride.
They have a number in mind of what they should be paid for that year, and the team has another one. It's not usually like too far off in the grand scheme, but it does make a difference in terms of like, the salary cap and stuff like that. What happens here is... But again, it's not so much about the money, but more about what happens. there's a reason why teams want to avoid arbitration and the whole process at all costs. Because what does the team have to do to the player, essentially?
Pay him more.
They have to shit on the player to prove why they're not worth what they think they are.
Go on.
This new company thought it would be a good idea to reach out to other departments in there and find out where they think the non-important areas were. Many of the other areas said that night shipping didn't seem very important. And this was in the production area where they don't deal with me. I also have maybe a bit of a reputation with these guys because I've called them out on some of the mistakes they've made on sub-out jobs. Sub-out meaning jobs that they were sending to our other like partner companies in Charlotte and Chicago and Burbank and places like this.
How many banks are in Burbank?
Is it cold there?
Kind of off topic right there.
You walk into a bank and it's 35 degrees. It's the coldest bank.
But hold on here. What happened here, I was told on Sunday by not our manager because he was on vacation in Florida, but by our second in command that to prepare myself. And I said, why? He said, there's a lot of departments here that think that you are not important to the company and want to see you furloughed.
Well,
meaning laid off.
Yeah.
James kind of knows. He was talking to me a little bit on Sunday here. I was in a pissy mood because of this.
Well, it's just annoying because they don't know anything about what you do. Like,
exactly. And so I pretty much went in there and my manager found out about this in Florida and was livid that somebody here was trying to call him out while he was on vacation.
Yeah,
or one of his guys in here when our department probably had the most cuts because of the PNC. He got pissed. He said, and again, they said they wouldn't have it until I got, around here until my manager came back from vacation, which was Wednesday. And so on Wednesday, we really kind of game planned like how to do and going like, don't worry, I know what to do. The new like kind of HR people and everybody in here, like through these other departments who I, again, have I guess pissed off here because in shipping I don't try to be an asshole in life, but in work, that's where I kind of become an asshole because I have to be. I'm in the shipping department. I have to answer questions that have nothing to do with what I did.
Yep.
If something doesn't get out, I have to answer questions. So if I come at you pretty sternly, it's because I've got a salesperson or a CSR coming down my, fucking asshole trying to figure out why their stuff didn't get out.
And how does that make you feel?
So, yeah, this is kind of now a therapy session for me right now. So, but what happened here is we had this meeting here on Thursday, and I pretty much laid out, and it was pretty much, I didn't, like I, played it off pretty good, but on like my file folder, I played it off why every manager in this department is a piece of shit, pretty much.
Bruh. Yep. And why are they pieces of shit?
Well, because they tried to get me fired.
Bruh. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty much a good definition of pieces of shit. They're trying to get people fired.
I mean, that's where your manager is.
And again, like after like myself
solution.
and my manager, and I actually had like 3 different like kind of higher ups, like VP level kind of higher ups come into like my defense on this to where the HR people like kind of came, and these managers are actually now in trouble. These department heads are now in trouble because of this.
You could say that
it's funny.
It's funny now that on the chopping block.
I said I don't want anybody fired here because we've had enough firings over the last X number of months.
Firings make things interesting. More.
No, I said that I don't want any heads to roll because I don't want to be the reason why somebody gets laid off or fired or whatever.
When somebody's head gets chopped off, do you think it rolls straight or does it like roll in a circle?
I think it would be like.
Haven't you ever seen Game of Thrones?
No, I haven't. Remember, this is me.
I'm wearing a Game.
I think it's like one of those Dragos.
I'm wearing a Game of Thrones T-shirt right now, saying I drink and I know things, which is ironic given the current state I'm in. So.
All right, I think Brian has given us a good detail of his happenings during the week. Brian, do you feel better getting this off your chest? Do you feel a little better?
I feel a little tuned up.
Yeah, I'd say you're tuning in Tokyo right now. Eric, happenings during the week. Any more of your boss's son having their e-brake on outside of the building or something?
And it was pretty uneventful week, just working out.
I thought you had a good story here, though.
Oh yeah.
So,
so speaking of WTF,
or is that not related to like happenings?
Well, it's not really.
It's anything
happenings.
Related to anything on the show.
But yeah, exactly.
Just fucking, if you got something, just fucking say it.
All right, so WTF moments at work. So many of you listening don't know. James and I were working at a company back in 2012 or something around there.
13, 14.
2013, 14.
I was there. I was there. I was there.
That long ago?
I was there 13, 14. My second season, I brought you on.
Yeah.
And I never got my bonus for that, by the way. Never got my fucking bonus.
Well,
so
sorry,
I'm coming for you.
Good.
No, not. It wasn't your fault. You met the minimum days. You were there for 90 days. I should have gotten my $1,000 bonus.
But anyways, so
I didn't know it was that long ago.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. Yeah. So we worked for a company called, and we're spraying lawns for pesticides and other weed control, and went to an area in St. Paul, and going to just daily routine, going through and spraying the yard. And one of the things is we have to bring this brochure up to the door and make sure that they get the receipt of
which
purchase.
Is required because you have to tell people what chemical and what percentage and everything that you put down on their lawn.
Yep.
Like that's state and federal law. You have to. It's an EPA required thing.
We have no choice but go knock on the door, wait for the customer to come out if they're home, and give them a breakdown of what's going to happen. And this certain occasion, the individual came out with just a towel on, and yeah, this isn't exactly one of those nice pizza delivery kind of guy videos that you might see online.
Did somebody order a sausage pizza?
Yeah.
But I don't have any money.
That was a separate part of a service man.
What are you doing, step bro?
Brian, I just played the "What are you doing, step bro" thing for reference.
Well, anyways, this elderly lady.
I think Brian died.
Brian did die. That was supposed to be a bit later.
No, you were on mute because I was taking a piss.
Oh lovely.
Okay, but this elderly lady, she came out to the door, dropped her towel just through the screen door, and I had to sit there and talk to her.
Wow. That's how pornos start.
Yeah, but...
What are you doing, step bro?
You don't get to pick and choose sometimes who you work with, Eric, okay?
Well, let's just say I wish it was someone else.
Wait, you wish she was somebody else?
Yeah, I wish someone else besides me was showing up at that door.
Why? Was she gross?
Well, I mean, she was probably 60-some. And...
Oh, hell yeah. Sign me up. Brian, you win? Are you pissing again?
There might be a little dust on the bottle, Eric, but...
Oh, man.
Oh, gross. No, I'm out. You ruined it. I'm out.
Is there a nice little ship inside, or what?
Oh, you ruined it, too. Get out of here. Bruh.
He needs some milk.
This is the Dumpster Fireside Chat brought to you by Grey Duck Vodka. Grey Duck Vodka. It's what got Brian fucking tuned up today.
Yeah, I was dreaming about blowing the dust off a 65-year-old woman. Ugh, gross.
Something I saw on Snapchat, 65-year-old woman getting DMs from like 18-year-old guys.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
All right.
She didn't look 64, I'll say that.
Were you one of those guys,
I thought you
Brian?
said she was 65. That's why she didn't look like she was 64, because you said she was 65.
Did you hit up her DMs?
Brian's not 18.
I don't even have an Instagram, so...
Brian's almost 18 times 2.
Not really, but...
Well, he's closer to 8.
1.5.
He said he sucks at He said earlier he sucks at multiplication, Eric, so...
Geology is hard.
That's not even a... That's no.
All right, so I'll tell you quickly happenings during the week. Fucking work, man. Fucking busy as hell. But busy as hell and short staff. But what are you gonna do about it?
Join the club.
Yeah, I was at work, and that's what I do during the week. I like listen to different like stations on Amazon Music. So some days, or for 3 hours, I'll listen to like all 90s, or like I'll listen to the all 2000 station, or 80s pop, or classic rock, or yacht rock or oldies or whatever. Just different stations.
This sounds like me. This sounds like me drunk during our quarantine period. But
so I was listening to 80s pop